Check the mic, we're going live. Stories told, they rise and dive. Topics fresh with every spin. You won't guess what's coming in. Every week a new surprise. Minds awake, never lies. Conversations bold and free. Tune in now, just wait and see. This podcast is uncalled for. Catch us here, there's so much more. Laughs and tales you can't ignore. A journey that will leave you floored. In the night or in the day.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the podcast. I have another great guest with me today. Go ahead and introduce yourself, please.
Hello, my name is Robin O'Grady. I am here from Calgary, Alberta, Canada today.
All right, so that makes you the second Canadian I've had on my podcast. So, nice. Yeah, I'm in the States, and I do apologize for our recent electoral the menace that we're about to leash upon you, but that's not what we're talking about today. Today,
thank goodness that's not what we're talking about today.
Yeah. So today, you approached me because I was looking for guests to talk about health and wellness, and that's your specialty. So could you give us a little more background into what your health and fitness and wellness training and all that?
Sure, yeah, you bet. So I'm a professional speaker and I work in the fitness and wellness world. My background for that comes from the fitness world, where I work and have worked as a personal trainer, a group fitness instructor, and then also management in the gym facilities that I've been at, director of operations, director of group fitness. So I've done lots of work within the gym spaces as well. I had sort of a big turn of events in, I'm going to say 8 or 9 years ago, when I decided that being in the gym is amazing and I love it there, but I'm really just preaching to the choir in those spaces. So I'm leading leaders, and that's a really big part of what I do. But there are a lot of other people out there who need the messaging and who need to know what to do to make their health better.
Sure, absolutely. I have used a personal trainer at least once in my life, but I can tell you from that experience, they are not cheap. So, neither is joining a gym, that I'm thinking about it. So, a little more about me. I was an athlete when I was younger. Not so much anymore. A few years ago, I had what I could best describe as a mini stroke. Fortunately, it wasn't no permanent damage, but they did. I did find a doctor, and they put me on some meds, and said you need to eat better and get some more exercise. Okay, I'm trying to eat better. The exercise thing, that's a bit hard to do because my job requires me to drive a lot, and I don't get a whole lot of exercise. And like I just said, it's finding a gym that's cheap to join is a difficult task. So
Yeah, and you know what? My messaging now is, and I work for gyms, and like I said, I love those spaces. However, it isn't for everybody.
Mhm.
And everybody has this sort of idea, or there's this social sort of idea out there that it has to be that. It doesn't really. It doesn't really. Movement and taking care of your health and your body can be free. You don't have to spend money to take care of yourself. So obviously the nutritional side is one piece, and that's a whole rabbit hole that we can get down a little bit if you want to, but we might need more than one session to sit down and really get into that. And then there's the sort of like the fitness or the movement side. And honestly, there's also the third part, which is taking care of your soul, right? Making sure that you're feeding your brain and making you're reading books and trying to learn every day, and then doing things that make you feel good just inside,
Mhm.
not physically, but just in your heart, make you feel good. So some people love to dance. Well, that encompasses all three things. Dance requires you to challenge your brain, it requires you to challenge your body, and for the people who love it, it fulfills them. So really, it's just about taking those three categories and seeing how you can best balance the three.
Mhm.
You don't have to spend money to do that.
Okay. Yeah. Uh, so, uh, so what would be some good examples for of free exercise that someone can do uh, that would be of some benefit to them?
Sure. Yeah. Honestly, sometimes my industry frustrates me because it complicates things a little bit too much. And so there's a little bit too many options out there, and people feel sort of obligated to go into this diet or that diet, this exercise or that exercise, or whatever trend is sort of at the top of things right now. So my big message for everybody who is just trying to do something is simplify everything. Come back to the most basic thing that you can. Go for a walk,
Mhm.
go to the park. If you have a dog, great. Now you have a partner to do it with. This is something that is very simple. And then if you want to do something that's more conditioning or weight training, you can add things to your walk. You can do some lunges, you can do some squats. Maybe you look like a crazy person walking down your street, but who cares? It doesn't matter. You're just taking care of your body. So
Mhm.
that's just one example of something that you can do that doesn't cost you anything. As an adult, when it's maybe not time for the kids to be at the parks, but you can go to the park and there are things that you can do there. You can lift your body weight, move your body. If you have children, take them, and instead of sitting on the bench and watching them play, or in some cases, I've seen some parents sitting in their car over in the street watching their kids play with them.
Mhm.
Get out, play soccer, get some friends out, get a frisbee. All of these things take very little time. They are fun and they don't cost anything.
Mhm. Good deal. Good deal. Yeah. Yeah. We do have well, I've obviously, yeah, I think every city has at least one park that you can utilize for that sort of
At
thing.
least one park.
At least. Yeah.
For sure, for sure. And if you can find some friends that are interested, there's also community groups that you can join where people are looking for like-minded people to go do
Hmm.
these types of things as well. So if your current group or your current community isn't into that, that's okay. You can just find another community to spend some time with as well that is in the same sort of frame of mind. Listen, you only get one body. It's the only one. So let's take care of it so that as we age, which is happening to us, whether we want it or not,
Hmm.
but as we age, we can continue to function. I don't think anybody is hoping that they end up in a senior's citizen's home unable to get out of bed. I don't think anybody's wishing for that or hoping for that. But the actions that you're taking today are going to sort of detail what happens down the road. So it doesn't have to be complicated. It can be very easy, but just commit to yourself that every day you'll do something. 10 minutes, 15 minutes, just something, a little something small.
All right. All right. Good deal. Good deal. What are your thoughts? I'm going to get a little more advanced here, but
Sure.
yoga. Let's start with that. What are your thoughts on doing yoga? I know that can be pretty expensive. Trying to find a qualified yoga instructor. Uh, and are there any guidelines to doing that? And I know that yoga videos exists. Are any of those any good? Or
Sure.
no?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, there's a ton of online content that will cost you nothing. And yes, some of them are better than others. What I would look for is certification or and qualification.
Mhm.
If people are teaching fitness or health or movement type things, yoga or any other kind of fitness thing, they shouldn't be doing that if they don't have some sort of a certification behind them. So if you're looking for someone to follow, I would ask those questions about what types of certification that they have so that you can make sure that the person you're following is actually qualified to teach. Because lots of people do it and they love it themselves, so they want to share, but they don't have any education behind them on the anatomy of the body and how it functions and what potential problems their clients might be coming in with, like your health issues, for example. As a certified instructor, we would have questions about that just to make sure that we are providing safe workouts for you to do. So yes, there's lots of stuff online. On Facebook, I have a group. It's called O'Grady Fitness. You can request to join that group. It is a private group, but anybody who requests to join can come on in and we post some things in there. And that is completely for free. But you can go to YouTube, you can go on TikTok, you can go, now that it's back, you can go kind of anywhere and find people that are delivering this information. But for the safety of you as someone who doesn't really know, I would definitely just shoot a message over or read their bio or whatever they have there and just look for the word certified or qualified. Or ask them, just send them a message and say, hey, what are your certifications for teaching yoga? I'm just curious. And then if they are certified, they should send that over to you without any problem at all.
Good deal. Good deal. Let's I'll ask you about what's your thoughts on swimming as a exercise?
Is a great exercise. Yeah. It is so funny because it's such a personal thing, you know. I've done triathlons before and the swimming is the worst part for me. I just hate it. but that's just for me, right? So am I going to choose swimming as my movement thing? No. But I have some clients, especially my elderly clients actually, who go to like aqua size. They go to like the water aerobics. And because of the low impact that the water has, it's really good if you have like joint challenges in your joints, knee injuries, that sort of thing, because there's no impact to it. And you can get a really good cardio and strength workout from the water without that impact. So it is a really great option.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good thing I brought that up because I do swim at least once a month. So,
Oh, good.
yeah.
You should change it to once a week.
I'd I'd love to. I'd love to, but there aren't enough pools to accommodate my needs. So full disclosure,
Where you are. Yeah.
full disclosure, I am a member of a naturist group that does monthly nude swims.
Oh, fun. Okay, that's fun.
Yeah.
But
And
they do that, but they only do it monthly, so
yeah, it's
you
a
can't
monthly
just
thing.
pop in.
Yeah, you just can't pop in and strip off and swim
Sure.
naked wherever you can.
Yeah.
It's you know, uh, although that would be a good business plan idea long
Hey,
term, you
if
know.
people are there, you know, people want all kinds of different things. So if there are providers that are willing to offer that, then you know, there's probably somebody who will come out.
Yeah, yeah. And I also keep an eye on I use that Swimply app that you
Okay.
remember. And I did find at least one pool that allows for nude swimming and everything completely private, left alone, no problems and all
Awesome.
that.
See, you're already starting to find some things that you enjoy. This is the key. We have to find something that we like
Hmm.
because then we'll do it. You know, you talked about driving all the time for work and being busy. You know, these types of things, I always talk to people because I don't like to use the word excuses. But in fact, it's what they are. We're giving excuses for why, but really they're reasons.
Hmm.
It's a fact. You drive a lot. You are a busy person. Those things are fact. So the guilt that comes with the word excuses needs to be excused.
Hmm.
And we need to come into a space where we are just sort of giving more permission instead. So instead of offering excuses as to why you can't do it, give yourself permission to do it.
Hmm.
So you have found this thing that you really enjoy. You've now given yourself permission. You're doing that once a month. And then maybe with a little looking and a little, you know, checking around, you could find some more and do it more often because you
Mhm.
really do enjoy it. So these are the things that people have to do is just, what do you love to do? Go do that thing,
Mhm.
right? Without judgment, and give yourself the grace for the things that come up that kind of prevent you sometimes. Just let that be. It is what
Mhm.
it is. And then the next day, get back to the thing that you love.
All right. All right. Um, so, so we talked about walking, we talked about yoga, we talked about swimming. I think bicycling might be a good option for a lot of people.
Yeah, it depends where you live, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
Here in Canada, we get a lot. I don't know where if you have cold weather where you are.
I'm in
Um,
Kansas City. It is currently single digits right now.
okay, okay. And do you get snow?
Oh yeah, we had a big snowstorm a couple weeks ago, and when I put out the call for interviews, and yeah,
Okay.
we're still we're still underneath a whole bunch of snow up here.
Yeah, so I don't
Yeah.
know if it's the same there because here, fat biking has become really popular. So they
Mhm.
have the bikes, they have the really big, thick tires so that they can really ride well in that inclement weather. So in here where I am, we're close to the mountains as well. So a lot of people will do trail biking as well. So biking is actually something that has multiple versions of what that looks like. So if you're like me and you're fair weather, because I don't love going outside in the cold weather, even though I live in the cold weather, I'm most likely only going to bike in the summertime. So that limits me quite a bit because our summer is pretty short.
Mhm.
But lots of my friends here are really outdoorsy and they love to get out and bike all year long. So yeah, that's another great option if you don't mind getting a little cold.
Right.
And that brings like skiing and snowboarding and those types of outdoor activities as well, hiking, all of that stuff, and not all of it, but a good chunk of that stuff doesn't cost you anything either, right?
Mhm. Good. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's and that's what we're looking for is things that you can do that are cheap or free
Yeah.
to do. Yeah.
Yeah. What about like skateboarding? I'm almost 50, I'm turning 50 this year and
I'm
I
not that
still
far
love to
behind.
get out and skateboard with my kids. So there's all kinds of things. There's no limit to what you can do if you can just get a little creative.
Hmm. Yeah, good deal. Good deal. Um, and we only have a few more minutes left,
Sure.
um, so we talked more about the exercise type of thing. I had another expert on talking about the eating side of things, and I think diet is a very important part of what we're discussing here too. So, uh, unfortunately, my diets consist of a lot of fast food. I'm not gonna lie, uh, but once in a while, I'll just do like one or two meals a day. I'll do a buffet and just eat one big meal, and that that's sometimes enough to get me through the rest of the day.
Sure.
And uh, but uh, but are there what are some keys for just good eating?
Yeah, my philosophy is very much the same as with movement. Simplify it.
Hmm.
Just get back to what makes your body feel stronger and feel healthier every day.
Hmm.
I can tell you honestly, fast food is not it. But there are better options now than there used to be,
Hmm.
as far as getting stuff on the road. So think about when you're eating, just bring it up to your conscious mind when you eat. And
Hmm.
so you're more just aware instead of that mindless eating that we tend to fall to because we're busy, right? So we're busy. So we just grab something on the go and off we go and we head out.
Right.
And we think, okay, this is good, this is good. And really, we are not even taking any time to enjoy the food that we're eating because we're just eating to get to the next meal.
Hmm.
So some people like to do intermittent fasting. Some people like to do, there's all kinds of different diets out there that are trending right now. And people just choose all these different options that they want. If you feel like following a diet is the right thing for you, okay, cool. Find one
Hmm.
that suits you and feels good in your body. But at the end, the outcome should be that you have good amount of energy every day,
Hmm.
that you feel strong in your own body. If you're tired all the time, if you feel like drowsy or the word lazy is coming to mind, but that's not quite the word, but not strong. If you're not feeling good in your own body, like you can't accomplish things, you can't get up the stairs, you can't do those things. Nutrition is part of that. So your movement is a part of that, but nutrition is part of that too. So if you're fueling your body in a poor way, the outcome will be that poor thing.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to fuel your body in a good way. And what that looks like for each individual is different. So I wish I could put a diet out there that would work for everybody. I would be a millionaire, multi-billionaire if I had one diet that worked for everybody. What will get you the best results is to really pay attention to how you feel after that meal. So if you go to a fast food place, I don't want to give any of them any credit here by saying their name on the podcast, but if you go to a fast food place and you eat the food, and then after you feel tired and you feel a little bit like yucky, now you know that's probably not the best meal for you. The truth is that in North America, we're educated. We're not dumb. You know that a hamburger is a different nutritional thing than a cucumber, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know that if you eat a chocolate bar, it's probably not the best thing for you. I'm not telling you never to eat a chocolate bar, because sometimes we have to fill our soul, you know?
Right.
And so sometimes we eat the chocolate bar, but be aware of it. Don't just shove it in for no reason. Have it because, you know, if you're out with your friends and you're having a great dinner and then you have dessert with your friends and it's part of the environment, eat the cake. Have the pie, eat the ice cream, enjoy it in that moment. But if you're sitting at home alone and you're sad and you're cranky and then you pull out a tub of ice cream, maybe not the best choice. So just pull yourself back up to a conscious space and stop letting your lizard brain dictate what you're eating every day.
All right. Good deal. So yeah.
Simplify.
Exactly. Simplify. That's good advice. And we're almost out of time. So any last words before I end the recording?
Yeah, I think, you know, honestly, I believe that humans can feel so good in their own bodies. So just think about today, what that could look like for you, and don't wait for a health emergency to do it. Today's the day, tomorrow's gonna happen anyway. So just start making small changes today. So do a little something extra, add one thing to your week, and reach out anytime. I'd love to chat with you all.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you, Robin, for coming on the podcast. And I would like to have you back on at some point. We could easily do a part 2 of all this.
Awesome. I love that.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you. This podcast is Uncalled For. It's hosted, produced, and edited by myself, Mike Chernevsky. Our opening music is This Podcast is Uncalled For theme, created at suno.com, suno.com. And our outro music for this episode is Macquarie Bay by Kevin MacLeod at Incompetech.com, licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 4.0 license.
Please support the podcast and purchase our exclusive Uncalled For merchandise. T-shirts, sweatshirts, mugs, stickers, and so much more. Go to www.cafepress.com/uncalledforpod. Thank you so much for listening. We will see you next time.